Hey guys, welcome back. We are JMTS. This is our fourth podcast. We are coming up to a month of doing them. My name is Tom,
My name is Josh.
And I'm Milo.
and we are JMTS. All right. So hey guys, podcast number 4. Hey. So
Yeah,
this one's
Let's go.
it's amazing. We got there. So this one is about injuries that we've been hinting on for the past
Yeah.
3. And I just spat everywhere. That's a bit gross.
Tom.
What's that?
Bog stand. Right, yeah. So yeah, today's about talking about injuries. That's a really big one for athletes, dancers, well, athletes in general. Why did I say dancers after athletes? I don't know. But yeah, for athletes, and people in general, actually, some of these things we're going to say are quite useful just for people that every day, any injuries, these will help. But I think the first question is our own history of injuries. So I think the next thing is to ask Josh, what's the history of your injuries been like?
Alright, so my history of injuries is I've had some fairly kind of average ones, things like twisting your ankle. And then I've had like breaking my foot twice in a row. Kind of tearing.
It's not pleasant.
It was my
Doesn't
fifth
sound it,
metatarsal,
no.
so it means I didn't have a cast or anything. So people was like, "Oh, it's not an injury." It was. I broke it. I kind of tore some
You can walk.
tendon. The thing is, though,
shut
right?
up.
People either get with massive boots or stuff, but for the fifth metatarsal, they don't actually like protect it or anything. Like, so, well, something along those lines. It was a while ago, but yeah. So I didn't actually have anything, and people kept on saying that my injury was like a fake or just being wetty. But I had crutches. Yeah. So that's
I think that's no,
Wetty.
sorry. I think just going off that point that Josh just made, people think it's not real injury, or sometimes you'll have an injury, and people will just go, "You don't look like you have an injury. Why are you sitting on the side? Why are you
exactly.
stretching on the side? You're a bit weird, aren't you, mate? I just saw you walk across and do a spin, like yeah." People don't understand sometimes the smallest injury can affect you in certain exercises. Anyway, carry on, Josh.
Yes. So that was a fairly major one for me. I mean, I've only been alive for 15 years. I haven't had that many opportunities to get massive injuries yet. I'm sure I'm going to get loads more in the future, which is kind of not very nice for thinking of how painful they are. Out doing parkour, I've hurt my knee. I've kind of like had it was only like soft tissue damage, but that still kind of put me off doing harder gymnastic stuff. And then I've also like some tendons and stuff. I've had tendonitis in probably like both of my feet about twice. And that's just something that like, yeah, I get quite often. I'm always, damaging my tendons. And I can prevent that by kind of warming up properly or whatnot. I feel
But
like
we'll get onto that, won't we?
Yeah.
Preventment,
In the
yeah.
occasions I did hurt my tendons, I probably wasn't warm enough. But yeah, we'll get onto that. So that's pretty much my history of injuries.
All right. What?
Yeah. Obviously,
What about you, Milo?
Sorry.
Me?
Oh, sorry, guys. Go on, Josh. Go on.
I
What
was
you
gonna
gonna
say,
say?
as a kid, I mean, I've fallen off dustbins and cracked my head open, but that was like as a baby.
I mean, those,
Having
I
irresponsible
I sat on a
parents.
fence once. I sat on a fence and I went backwards and cracked my head in flint. Anyway,
Yeah.
apart from that, go on, Milo.
Wait, but why a dustbin?
All right.
Because he's a kid.
No, that's a weird story, right? My dad was mowing the
Not an
lawn,
explanation.
and he put me on top of one of like the bins, which was like by where he was mowing the lawn.
That's
Just so
where
could
he
keep
lives.
An eye on me. It was like one of those like green bins like by your house, and he put me on there whilst he was mowing the lawn, and I kind of just crawled off it and smashed over the back of my head. So
Oh,
That
nice.
explains a lot, you know.
yeah, it was lovely. Great experience.
Right, Milo. Wait, hold on. I just need to. I always have one of these in every single vlog
I'll have a sip.
podcast.
Podcast, yeah. With of
Good boy.
course your
Right,
loud set
carry on.
for, annoyance.
Oh, me. So, I'm a dancer, so these guys do a load of parkour and stuff, so they're basically made to have their ankles broke. I don't
Yeah.
have that kind of thing, which is lucky. But
Milo,
I'm
Milo,
a
Milo.
dan- What?
If you could go into more depth about little things that dancers get, that'd be really cool.
Yes, I shall do. Don't you worry. Thank you very much. Okay. Let me talk, Dad. Oh.
Can you cut and just start Milo's bit again?
No, that's all right. Keep this in. This is hello, viewers. Okay.
I sound so controlling. Carry on.
Yes, you are. You are. So basically, as a dancer, surprisingly enough, it's stop. What? Why have you got Pooh Bear?
Just carry on. Just carry on.
Okay.
Just carry on.
Balance, actually. I'm impressed.
That is quite a good balance. As a dancer, I get a lot of injuries, contrary to what most people think, because dance is just a wetty sport and not even a sport and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
People say
shut
that
up.
a lot.
I agree with that actually.
Yeah.
you get cool like any type of dance. You go yeah, it's a good sport to do, and then they go, it's not a sport. It's not like
It's not hard, is it?
or rugby. You don't kick a ball. It's not a sport. You don't.
I mean, it could also be classified as an art form, I guess, because
It's more an
Oh
art
yeah,
form.
it's creative art.
yeah. Which
But
is very
isn't
intense
football
exercise as
art?
well.
Isn't rugby art? Not really.
Oh, I
But
see.
you know.
No, wait, don't say that. Beep that out.
No, I love rugby.
No, I
Shut
mean,
up.
The thing with that, dance can be really intense, like gymnastics. And gymnastics is a sport, and sometimes I do harder workouts in dance than I do in gym. So, yeah. Anyway, Milo,
Exactly.
what were you on?
So as well as dance, I do a lot of fitness and stuff, and hence a lot of running, and all them together with dance, which is all cardio and blah blah blah. It's lovely. Yeah. So with dance, I mostly get a lot of bruises, and it's amazing how you come back from a day of dance or something, and you think, oh, I know I've got a little bit of a bruise. It hurts there. You look at yourself in the mirror, and it's the size of Jupiter. You just like, how did that happen?
Yeah, no, exactly.
And I
It's
don't
like-
bruise easily.
I
It's
don't
mad.
There's
remember
different
doing it
types
either.
of
Oh,
There's different types of bruising as well. Like as a dancer, you'll get like just skin ones, and then you'll get like the muscle ones, and it's like,
yeah.
ow.
Not nice.
On the hips are the worst when you're doing like rolls.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
that's
I
the
don't
worst.
like
Those
that.
hip ones that have got like, ah! Yeah, it's like that. Not nice.
I got this when I was doing windmills. Oh, it's awful.
That
Yeah, I'm
must be
glad I
hard.
don't do windmills then.
Really good skill to learn,
Well,
It's a good
actually.
skill to learn, just a hard one.
Yeah, I still can't do it properly. Carry on, Milo. Sorry for interrupting you a lot.
Don't worry. That's what we need. We need this. So overall, I think this is probably the reason for most of my injuries. What are you laughing at?
Milo, it's fine, Milo.
Get Pooh Bear out.
No,
No.
Pooh Bear likes being there.
He's not part of the team. He's not a guest.
He's our mascot,
God,
alright? Shut your face.
He's our mascot.
Okay, fine. That's going to be our new channel art now. Just Pooh Bear. It's a bunch of them. Great.
Well, actually, that'd be great. Actually, can
Yeah.
we do that?
We'll just have him like peeking.
We might
in the
get
corner.
sued or something. No.
Wait, it's like if you spot Pooh Bear, you get 20 quid.
It's
We
like,
do not
where's
have 20
Wally?
quid to give anyone.
Where's
We
Wally?
don't-
I know we are small time podcast. Anyway, sorry, Mike.
Oh yeah, sorry. I love this so much.
Oh.
Oh,
overall-
Milo. Sorry, yeah, no, we do enjoy this. Oh, we do enjoy this a lot. We do really enjoy it,
Yeah,
and
I
it
hope
gives
you
us
do
a
too.
chance to have a bit of banter. So
Yes.
it's nice.
Exactly. It's a discourse, you know. So, as I was saying, I think most of my injuries lead to my stubbornness, I'd probably say,
Mhm.
because in dance especially, whenever I get hurt, and you kind of have to do this in dance anyway,
We'll get
where you
hurt.
just either you get hurt, but you have to like
Mm.
carry on because you know you can't just be like,
Yeah, there's
I've got a
always
bruise.
a pain.
I am
There's always
out.
a pain limit.
I'm off. Bye bye.
I mean,
I
there's
think
we
always
all know
who do
people like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there
Oh,
are
I
people
know
who
a
do
good
that,
few people
but,
like that.
Not gonna name names there, but yeah,
T.
it's not the best thing to
Cool.
be known for.
So yeah, but I do it a bit too much where I just don't care, and I'm like, oh, I got hurt.
Yeah.
Oh well.
There's a pain barrier. I think there's just a small one. Well, it's not that. the teacher can tell. Like, there's a level of the teacher knowing. A teacher knows, oh, all my students will be feeling this. But then, if I think there's a level of, but I think there's for different levels of like dancer. I think it's a bit different.
Yeah, true. Yeah, and sometimes PE teachers are just like, no, you're fine, and you're like, no, I'm not.
No,
I'm
my
not.
toe is like
No.
twisted behind my foot.
Yeah, but I'll do the show anyway. It's okay. Yeah, it's completely okay.
And then you get the person, oh, I got a bruise on my hip. I'm gonna sit out.
Yeah. Right.
Oh yeah, carry on.
So, usually, I get bruises, but because I don't really care. I just carry on and carry on and carry on, and that turns into like a mega bruise. And by the end, and then I'm like, I can't move a limb or anything, and I'm out of commission completely.
So it's like if you guys know what paintballing is, it's like getting shot in the same spot over and over again.
I'd rather paintball, to be fair.
Yeah,
I'm really on paintball. I'm desperate. Like, it's just fun.
But it's like getting a paintball gun shot. These paintballs go at 100 miles per hour, and if they hit you, it stings. And it's like getting like 20 of them in the same spot.
I wouldn't say 20. That's a bit.
No, it is. It hurts a lot.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Sorry, carry on. Just trying to put it in perspective for everyone who's watching.
I get a lot of bruises. That puts me out of commission. But at the same time, I've got to just, you just suck it in, don't you? You got to dance. It's simple. It's part of life. You get a bruise, you stand back up. That might put you out of commission for like a good few weeks, but you just carry on still. Yeah. And that's a lot of my problems in general. Like, for example, with dance and a lot of running that I do, I get shin splints a lot.
Oh, I know you do.
Especially the certain type of. So Milo does toe running. I think he would like to explain that.
Yeah.
Little.
Okay, I'll explain with my hand. I'm a toe runner. Okay, so this is my foot. Yeah. So these are my little toesies. That's my middle part. And then this is like my heel, I guess. So I go like.
What was that?
Right. Okay. So when you run normally, you go like toes, middle foot, and then heel, and it sort of goes like that. But then Milo, if you're a toe runner, you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so.
Which basically means my heel like barely hits the floor, and only my trainer or anything hits the floor. But that also means that with that, I'm more likely to get a lot of shin splints, and I do. And with dance, so I get a lot of shin splints. So much that sometimes in my dance classes, I'm like, Miss, I've got a shin splint, and I do it so many times that they literally think I'm just lying at this point, and they're just like, oh, I know you don't, but I actually do. I just have it that often. Yeah, so it's not fun. But then you just put a bit of ice on it, you get back up,
put a bit of ice on
and you die a bit more. But it's okay. It's okay.
It's a classic. It's like doing gymnastics or parkour, and you're training in a gym. You hurt yourself, and then the first aider or whoever's appointed or coach comes over, puts ice on it, and then 5 minutes later you stand up. Right, let's carry on. You're limping off across the gym, and the coach is going.
No, I can't be bothered to go through and cut all of those moments out of Milo's.
Yeah, that's right.
It's okay. We carry on. We carry on. We're persevering in this.
All right.
Yes, and I think the last thing is a sexy bit of athlete's foot, and it's just as sexy as it sounds, really.
Basically, your skin falls apart.
Yeah, had a bit of it. You're not a real athlete till you get athlete's foot.
Hey, quote from Milo, 2020. You're not real. Josh is going to put that up across the thing in brackets as a right. Cool.
Nice, thank you.
That's all right.
That's just bad because I haven't had athlete's foot, so that's basically saying I'm not an athlete.
No, you're not.
Josh is not an athlete, everyone. Josh is not an athlete.
Don't get athlete's foot, by the way.
Right. Okay.
Clean your feet and stuff. It's good. Yeah.
The history of my injuries. Okay,
Yeah,
so
come on.
mine's complicated because I haven't broken anything. I've hurt like I've cut my leg open really badly. The amount and then I've always had lots of little things, like I've got little barbed wire scars from like barbed wire poking into my skin while doing parkour and
Lovely.
and things like that. I think, but I get a lot of small things, like a lot of small things. But when I was younger, I was really big into sports. So 12, or I think I was something like that. When I started to grow, like actually grow, what I got something called osteoslatters or something like that. It's to do with the knees. I didn't say it properly. And basically, what happens is your knees. I can't really describe, but your knees just hurt. And it's quite painful, and you have to wear like knee supports at the start. And basically, over time, I was just like, oh, it's nothing. I'm young, it will heal. But what it's done is it's stunted my growth a little bit. And it's caused a whole range of different problems that I'll get onto in a minute. But so I was doing sports, and it was mainly because of the impact. So when I was smaller, when you saw the big parkour people, they'd be doing really. Oh, sorry. Every podcast, I jump off high things, and because I saw the people do it, and I was sort of height drops, and then so my knees damaged, and my ankles always seem to be fine, but they haven't been now. But so they always seem to be a bit like they've been fine. And what happened as about a year and a half ago, my hip started to hurt. Not like really badly, just every now and again. Like if I can't cross my legs. At this point, my knees are really odd. They go painful, not painful, don't hurt for a week, and then they'll come back, and I'll be like, oh, okay, I can feel them. And then my back happened. As you guys know, I think I've said it before in I don't know, a couple of the podcasts. My back is slightly, and Milo. I'm going to carry on though.
I'll be back. I'll keep it back. You carry on.
Yeah. So my back is slightly twisted. I've forgotten what it's called, but it's slightly twisted, and basically because my knees went, that put more pressure into my hip, and then all the pressure from my hip went into my back. So that's fun. But then a big one for me is I think I do get ankles now. My ankles do hurt now. So I think for me when I warm up, it's just I have to do a specialised warm up now for myself. So instead of, because as a gymnast as well, as a dancer, you will do the same warm up, but there's me on the side, and I'm going. I just need to do my own warm up. Is that okay?
No,
I'm sat there.
Sometimes.
Yeah. I think what's quite nice is, Milo, you got a square by your face. I think what's nice is about now is that at the start of sessions, a lot of teachers that's good, Milo. Yeah. At the end of at the start, the warm ups, usually they give you 5 minutes to do your own stretches now. That I really, really like. That's something new. But yeah, I think the next step is how we prevent ourselves from all the small stuff. So none of the big stuff like my knees or back or breaking your ankle. It's more like these things can help prevent it. So I'm gonna say, Milo, would you like to talk about how you would help yourself prevent athlete's foot or shin splints,
okay,
things like this yourself? So let's not go into the big stuff yet. I don't think. Let's just talk about how we do it ourselves.
Oh, I forgot one thing as well. Shoulders. With fitness,
yes.
I used to do a lot of fitness where I do flies, which is just getting weights and going like that.
You go like that?
Yeah, I don't have the space right now. I don't want to knock stuff over. But yeah, you do that. When I've started exercise like proper fitness, like 14 and stuff, there was a lot of stuff in general that I did wrong, and I did a lot of stuff just of one thing and not as much as the other. For example, I did like push-ups like out here, and I was just doing that, and that really didn't help either. And I did a lot of like flies and stuff, and a lot of stuff that did that gave like a kind of
turned into me, guys,
in my like shoulders. So they'd come forward, and then my hands would kind of come forward naturally as well, and my arms. So that affected me for a long time, actually. And I was given Pilates and stuff to do. But what I did personally to prevent that was doing just fixing my fitness routine, making sure I did everything right, exercise and everything right, making sure my positions, my arms and everything, and also made sure that whenever I didn't exercise, I do kind of the opposite. For example, if I did flies, I do reverse flies, and I do rowing and stuff. It's the same thing of if you do bicep curls and stuff, you got to do that like tricep flexion and stuff. You got to do the opposite as well. And of course, now my shoulders are like way better and they're actually good now. And yeah, but I think that's one that mostly affected me because it was loads of people saying like so yeah.
So
I'm glad
basically,
that
Milo's just saying, just if you do something, always do the opposite to counteract. It's a really good point. Yeah, and also a big one is if you get given physio exercises, don't. Yeah, me and Milo have a history of going. I'm gonna do something else today.
I'm playing devil's advocate by what I just said because I did not. I was given Pilates to do, and I didn't do them. And to be fair, if I actually did them, I'd probably got it like fixed a lot quicker.
I think
I was a rebel.
We are here. We've made the mistakes, I think, and I know we're not like really old and properly gone into like the
We're not full adults yet.
No,
me and Tom are, but Josh.
But we haven't. Yeah, we do all have a lot of experience in it, but we aren't saying that we're professionals. We're just saying that we've made these mistakes and we sort of learn off them. And I'm still making. We all still make mistakes. You make mistakes until the day you die, because that's how it goes. Yeah. You always make mistakes, and you always learn off the mistakes. So you're constantly learning. So we're here. We've made the mistakes already. So that means you guys don't have to make the mistakes.
Exactly.
Josh.
Yes.
How do you prevent your injury?
Yes.
Yes. So that's how I prevent my injuries. I say yes.
How do I prevent my injuries? Okay. Well, things like warming up properly. And so that's always useful. I mean, in parkour, just doing ankles and wrists, and then kind of like not much else because then saving power. But things like just sports, doing a proper warm up, because I know like in PE sometimes it's just like quick 5 minutes, and I know those lessons aren't very hardcore, but
I think it's because they're not that long either, really, are they?
And also because they're quite short.
No, that's the thing.
Those short warm-ups,
but
those short warm-ups are fine. But as soon as you kind of go to clubs and you do that sport in a club, you need to do like a proper warm-up to prepare yourself for kind of what you're doing to make sure that.
Also, the warm-up helps you with your fitness as well.
Yeah.
If you want to check out more about fitness, that's in our second podcast. Or one of our previous
ones. There'll be a end with.
Muscly misconceptions.
Oh no, not those again.
That's been like one of my favourite podcasts so far. That's so good.
Milo's got a special one for part 2, but he'll say that in a bit. Carry on.
So that's warm-ups. Another important thing is cool-downs, and those often are like thought of as like I don't really need to do that, and they're kind of pushed away. People don't do them. They're just like, oh, it's fine. But doing proper cool-downs is like really helpful for you. At the end of my Zoom gymnastics, we have a cool down, and it kind of just firstly it means when you stretch in the beginning of the next time you exercise,
Josh,
stretching will be easier.
We're gonna get onto that.
Okay, so what, not cool downs yet, or
okay.
I'll zip my lips.
And then mine is just, I think I have a specialised warm up and cool down that I do. And I stretch, and my stretching has got a lot better. Okay, so if you're still with us, part 2. Take it away, Milo.
Hello.
You meant to say the thingy.
Oh yes. Oh wait, I forgot the name. Oh wait! Don't tell me! I'm not gonna let you.
Yes.
Okay. Give me a beat or something. Okay. Do-do-do-do-do. Impervious preventions.
Previous
Prevention.
preventions.
Yeah, I
Right,
don't want to
okay.
sit with this. I'm just gonna leave it.
Okay, so
Leave it like that, yeah.
ice baths. If you guys don't know what an ice bath is, I actually really like doing them, but when you first do it, you hate it.
I hate them.
But I mean, I know I never really take ice baths. It's usually a really cold shower.
yeah,
I think that's
cold
the same for
showers,
Josh.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ice
I think
baths,
we all do cold
no.
showers actually.
But
I don't
one
think
of
I can
the
actually do anything but a cold shower.
yeah, it's weird, but I think what a lot of misconceptions about an ice bath slash ice shower is you have one and then you get out and that's all you do. No, you sort of do it after a session when you're all sort of like quite loose and you've just stretched out and it's quite nice. It's just what it does is shocks the body and sort of it just relaxes you actually. So people think it's the opposite, but no, it does relax you. But then what people don't do is because obviously they get straight out, you need to have a lukewarm shower straight after.
Yes.
And because it's silly. When you say if you've gone into a cold lake, when you get home, do you just chill? Not really. You usually go off and have sort of a warm shower because you're like, oh, yeah, this is nice. It's just it relaxes you even more. And when you're having that, so in the cold shower, just try to just breathe, relax, and then when you're in the lukewarm shower, stretch.
I mean, you may not have that.
Well, you might not have that much room,
you might.
but do simple things that like just makes you feel nice. And we've got 10 minutes remaining
so
on this meeting.
Running out of time, but we'll probably
Okay, next one, stretching.
Now we
Josh,
can do
take it
another
away,
one.
quick.
Oh, okay. Stretching. So, with stretching,
You stretch.
you stretch. I mean,
Take it away quick.
Yeah,
I
I think.
to say with stretching.
No,
but
yeah, I
just
think we've
stretch.
talked about a lot about it. Like stretching is really good just to being able to prevent small time injuries. A foam roller is another
Yeah.
thing. Josh is really good at explaining this one.
Okay, so a foam roller is kind of like a one-person massage. It's basically, it's like is it? Would you say cylindrical?
Yeah. It's
Cylindrical.
Cylindrical.
Kind of long thing, and it's got like hard and foam around it. And what
you
do
get
is
different strengths.
You do get different strengths, and obviously the different strengths kind of knead your body like bread with different kind of intensities. So what you do is you can put it on the floor, and then like you can put like your leg on it and kind of just like roll it out, and it kind of just like rolls out with muscles, and oh, it's so good.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Same with massage balls; they're pretty much exactly the same as foam rollers in the way of
Yeah, they're just
for your
tennis
feet
balls.
and
Sort of.
for
You
your
can use a
body
tennis
and
ball.
stuff.
Yeah.
You don't have to like buy these expensive kind of
No.
brands. You can
I think
Yeah, you don't mind.
warm up and cool downs. We talked a lot about that, especially Josh. Yeah, it's just really good. Have a proper warm up and have a proper cool down. That's all it is.
and it helps prevent.
You may not
from
enjoy doing
injuring
it.
yourself.
Yeah, you may not enjoy it, but it guarantees it will help. It'll get you more flexible, and you'll get more aware of your body, and it will help you prevent from getting injuries. Milo, do you have your exercise ball, my friend?
It's right next to me, actually. It's always on. Hello, look at this.
We didn't plan that at all. What is it? What do you do?
I didn't actually plan that. I don't. To be honest, I don't use this for stretching. Really, I should. You should do
should.
that. Looking at you, you should. But I don't personally. I only use this. So basically, what it is, it's a big ball. It's inflatable. You can bounce it. Whee! Look at that. It went away.
Amazing.
And I only really use it for like ab exercises, for example, oblique twists and stuff like that. And yeah, but it's really good. You should use it for stretching.
Yes.
I'm probably gonna go use it for stretching because I'm that committed. Yeah. Yeah. Use it.
Yeah, use it. Another thing that a lot of people should do more often is the misconceptions about yoga and Pilates. It's not just for old people. I guarantee you, it's amazing. It's so good. It will help you, like balancing. It'll get your balancing amazing and just being aware of what your body's doing. In yoga especially, you do all these fancy balances, and this will really, and Pilates, it will help you gain that core strength that you need in that everyday life and your back. Milo, quick. Everyday life. But yeah, the benefits of doing all this, even the small things, even having 2 minutes a day just stretching, just being like, oh, I'm just going to stretch out that one part, and, you know, sort of just, it's like, just do simple stretches.
Yeah.
That's literally all we're saying, isn't it, guys?
And they really help stop things you getting from injured. Yeah. I mean, like, just stretching
it's the benefits.
You've got less chance of hurting yourself, less chance of pulling a muscle.
Exactly.
And so, to the most kind of common injury is just twisting your ankle, you know, and when you twist your ankle, in parkour specifically, every time you go out, you twist your ankle. Like, it's just something that happens, and you know, you just gotta, you know, walk off or just wait for it to start to feel better.
I think if you're more experienced in it as well, you'll sort of, there's this stuff called tiger tape. I strap my ankles up with it because if, I don't know, your ankle's quite loose in general, especially if you're an athlete, because you sort of use them a lot. So if you strap them up, it just adds that extra bit of sort of push, and it does give you a little bit more power.
Yeah. Also, even at home, like those kind of bands which you can use to help like strengthen your feet, and they have different intensities. All you do is just put them around your foot, and then you can like
Dynabands, yeah.
Yep,
Dynabands. Those are really useful.
They're lovely.
One more thing,
and they're good for working out as well.
Yeah. One more thing that is really important is to know your limit when you've hurt yourself. However much sometimes you can go back into it. Sometimes you've just got to be fairly sensible and take a certain amount of time off for your body to repair yourself.
Yeah.
Because so
however,
many people jump
that's a good point.
Actually, exercise and hurt themselves even more. For example,
however hard it is to because we know the struggle. You might go, oh, I don't know, but should I take? Oh, I like doing it. Just take the time off. Honestly, however hard it is, just to sit there and just relax we know how hard it is.
Yeah.
But yeah,
as well, I think it's that point of, as I said earlier with bruising, as I said, I have this thing of, you know, just, man it up, simple. But there's a point, and I'm really bad at this, there's a point where you can't do that anymore. And you have to actually think, okay, I've got to make sure I don't really injure myself and actually just take a bit of rest. And I think rest is really important.
Yeah.
Especially when you get to like 15 and if you're going to dance college or something like that, really think about what you're doing. Or when you're 18 and you're going to professional, if you're going to professional training or you're going in straight as a professional, you need to think about that, honestly.
Yeah.
But I think if you, thank you guys for watching. The next podcast will be about editing, and we have a special guest. Yeah, special guest, and his name is Jed.
Yeah. Well,
his name is Jed.
Carry on. Sorry.
And we'll be talking about what he does. He'll come in and talk about how he does it. He's really insanely good. He edits for Ali Law, and he's such an amazing guy. That's it. I think from me, it's thank you. From Milo, it's
thank you. Yeah. And
and from Josh, it's make sure to like.
Sorry, do we have to like? Yeah. Oh, he's muted.
So my brother walked and had to mute himself.
Wait.
From me, it's make sure to like this video. That is so helpful for us. If you don't like it, then dislike. It tells us that you don't like it, but comment why you disliked, because that's also really useful for helping us improve.
That's really useful for us.
So thank you.
We don't mind if you guys don't like it. We just want to know.
Yeah.
So,
and we are over and out. Woo!
I'm not going to try this. I always mess it up, you know.
Oh, you're not.
I'm just going to end it there.
I'll do it. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Okay.